everybody, it's live. Yay, I am so excited to see you. Welcome to live. Now, I just feel like I need to manage expectations just a little bit and tell you it's not going to be exactly like last time. I need you guys to understand that while I fully intend to provide you with an amazing experience, it might not end up just like last time. I don't have any cactus cards planned, first off. And second, it's just that was a special occurrence. I will tell you though that I did have a little situation happen earlier today. Oh my gosh, I'm makeup challenged today, and that has to do with the situation. Here we go. I do have my Stampin' Lips on. My I was putting makeup on. You really don't put makeup on for much these days. Pretty much you guys for lives, and the occasional date with my husband. But I was putting my makeup on, and I had like a sample of mascara that I had gotten from somewhere, and it was real like wiggly, the brush applicator. And so I had just put it on, you know, still wet on my eyes, on my lashes, and I was trying to stick it in the thing and I missed, and it like flicked, and like there's still some on here. You're welcome. So I was trying to get it all off, and then I was like, where are my hands? Because this is a moment. And so I had to find my hands. By the way, my hands now have makeup on them because I keep touching them to my freshly make-uped face. So anyway, that was funny. And then my eyes were like black. So I just have to laugh at that. I'm hoping that this video is public. I don't know why the date is so weird because we don't have very many people on. I'm hoping people remember to come on here. Anyway, it was quite the makeup experience. I also got that on my t-shirt and my sweater. I was wearing a different outfit earlier today. So yeah, that was kind of crazy. I don't know how or why or how that all took place, but it sure did. Anyway, it was really funny. It was weird you didn't show up, but as soon as you started, it showed up. Oh, well, that is weird. Huh. Yeah, put some clothes on. Jeez.
I'm in a sports bra, it's fine.
Yeah, okay, this is a family show, and last week we really pushed that to the limits, so.
I have supplemental instructions starting at 5:30. It's probably like an hour long, just letting you know.
Okay, how was your run?
Good. I ran like 3 miles at 7:45 pace.
Nice.
It's the longest I've run in a while.
Everybody's saying hi.
Hello.
Okay. Bye. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye. Sorry. Someone says, I see London, I see France, I see someone's underpants. She's gone. These kids. Anywho, so it's been a challenging makeup day, to say the least. Also, last week we had a good time with our hands. My little Ella and I took a bunch of pictures, like high-fiving each other and all the things. So that was fun. And then my son got involved, and let's just say his gestures were a little less appropriate for people who are good Christian children of God. I like to think my children are, but in the same breath, I also think they need some more Jesus in their lives. Anyway, but I had to giggle. We took a bunch of silly pictures, and my favorite was probably when my husband was trying to smack my son in the face with it, so that was kind of funny. Also, I about peed my pants for the second time last week when Harriet Elizondo, I posted this, sent me these Pickle Mints. And I have not braved tasting them for a couple of reasons. I like pickles, I like mints, but I don't know that these go together. And I'm afraid that if I eat one of these, bad things will happen. But I do love these, and I thought it was pretty sweet that she thought of me. And so, yes, I do have these. I was trying to get one of my kids to try them, but for some reason they wouldn't. I don't know why. Like, that's weird, right? They should try stuff. Remember that commercial for Life cereal? Mikey, he'll try anything, or he likes anything, or Mikey likes it. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. So, are they dill or sweet? I am afraid to try, to be honest. I don't want to ruin pickles for me because I love pickles. And I just feel like pickle and mint is wrong, like from a fundamental viewpoint. So yeah. Yeah. Is Ella home? She is. All of her classes are online, so she's just home for a little while. Her dorm is real small. And when I say real small, I thought my dorm room was small in college. I was wrong. It was like a luxury suite compared to hers. It's shocking, really. So yeah, she's home for a little while. And it's so, well, it was so cold here the last few weeks. It's much nicer this week. But it was so cold that it's miserable to go anywhere. And yeah, so anyway, let's see what else. Well, ooh, all kinds of fun stuff is happening this month. First of all, can you even stand that it's March 1st already? Like, how is that even possible? Like, how is that possible? I have several events coming up this month that I'm very excited about. First off, I have game night is next Tuesday, the 9th, and I sent out the registration for that this afternoon, maybe an hour or two ago. So check your email. If you're not on my email list and would like to participate in game night with us, we would love to have you. Oh, the projects are amazing. I got those set up this weekend and I'm very excited about them. So you can register for game night by emailing me or checking your email if you're on my mailing list. So you can check out that. We're going to have a very good time. And I really am excited about the projects. I also have 2 classes coming out, and I'm about to send the registration out for them. I'll do that probably when I'm done with my live. They will go out tonight yet. So my first class is with our new butterfly Brilliance bundle. This, and actually we're going to use this tonight. So this is really amazing, I think. This is one of the sets we're going to use for game night. And what's really cool about this is there are dies to cut out like the fancy details, as well as the solid, plus there's a bunch of other pieces. So I'm pretty excited about this. I really am looking forward to that. And like I said, we're going to make a card with this. Someone asked me earlier today, I saw an email, but I didn't have a chance to respond to it because I was getting ready for my live right now. But they'd asked me about if you could use a different butterfly set. The answer to that is, well, sure, you can substitute anything, but I think you're going to want this set. And also it's my online class for this month. So I'm kind of like double dipping, to make it worth your while. So I'm really excited about it being for both game night and for an online class. And the projects for the online class are just so happy and springy and wonderful. I think you're really going to enjoy them. And I think what I love about this butterfly bundle is it really kind of is the best of all the different things we've had over the last few years. I really like them. And then there's some kind of fun little extras in this little set of butterflies. So I think it's going to be a good class. And I love the detail dies, so that's going to be lots of fun. My Creativity to Go kit is actually a guest request. I've had a few people asking for the vine design. Sorry, I'm just looking for it up here so I can show it to you. vine design. And this is a really gorgeous set of dies that here are the two set there's a bunch of dies is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, it's a really beautiful set, and oh my gosh, this is like the one of the perfect Dina sets. So I think you're gonna really enjoy this one as well. Again, beautiful cards with tons of versatility. I think that it's going to be a lot of fun. So those are my 2 online classes. Of course, my retreat is just about sold out. And so I would love to have you join us. We are going to have so much fun. We've got tons and tons of stuff planned. So I can't wait for the whole event that happens at the end of March 27th, and it's a 1-day event, though we're kind of oozing out. We're gonna have some stuff a little bit before, and then we're kind of gonna wrap up things at the end on the other side. So I just saw a bunch of you Iowa girls saying you needed to come see Dina. I think that's what I saw on here. I think I'm so sad because I think most of you are on the other side of the state from me. I'm in the Quad Cities, which is Bettendorf on the Mississippi side, and it looks to me like a whole bunch of you are on the other side, on the Missouri side. So, gosh, you guys should just come cross that state and come on over. Karen asked, "Can you sign up for game night?" Yes, I just sent out the registration. If you're on my mailing list, I would think you would be, Karen, but I'm not sure. And it's going to be fun. I'm very excited. So, all right. Next up, we have, oh, actually, I'm going to flip my camera because I've got visuals for all of this stuff, of course. Let me just move a couple things because as per usual, I was working right up to the very end. You know me. Let's see. I am double fisting my Diet Coke. So good. I'm almost done with one, so I have another one. You know, you always be prepared, right? It's not just for Boy Scouts, it's for crafters as well. Isn't that the Boy Scout motto? Always be prepared.
I'm not done with that anymore. I quit.
You quit the Scouts.
I couldn't do it. There were too many little boys.
Well, that's the downside to Boy Scouts, is that it's all little boys.
14 is too many.
Yeah, 14 is too many. Gosh, 14. I think when Carl did it, it was like 6.
Yeah, 14 is too many.
And it was really fun because one of the dads was like really uptight and then the other dad was kind of like, yeah, whatever. And I didn't think that they got along very well. It's kind of funny. Anyway, okay, so let me flip. Now I think I've cleared off enough room on my desk. Okay, hold on. Oh, somebody said they love and miss Iowa. You know, I never thought I'd say that, but yeah, I kind of agree. Hello. See, these are my like wavy hands. Hi. Speaking of hands, you asked for it and it's back. Free jumbo bow maker. By the way, doesn't the hand make it look real big? Sorry. I apologize. We got almost like 5 minutes into this. No, 15 minutes into this. This is the jumbo bow maker. We're going to use it today. Don't worry. I know. Oh, I haven't cried like this since last week's live. Oh my gosh. And here we go. That's what she said. There's laughing. Okay, sorry. Here's the jumbo bow maker. I will be showing you how to use this, but several of you asked for this. The first answer to the question is no, it's not for sale. It is only a gift with purchase. It's pretty awesome, though. It will come delivered to you. I'd say with a bow on top, but actually it won't. But you'll be able to put a bow on top and it's going to be pretty fun. So I had to laugh because I made this sheet and I just printed it out and look at it. It really does look pretty big. Somewhere in my house, my husband and my son are dying. Okay. And I'm not going to lie when I tell you I'm crying just a little. Not like last week, but just a little. Okay. And I said it wasn't going to be like last time. Did you see that was one of my hashtags for this week's live? It's not going to be just like last time. Okay. How many inches is it? Oh, Amy. Do you really want to measure? Oh, dear. It's only 4.5 inches. Okay, 4.5 inches. You're welcome. Okay. All right. And we're going to be nice and professional. So here's our Butterfly Brilliance online class that is coming. And I really am excited about this. I think butterflies are kind of like flowers. I just love them. Oh my goodness. So awesome. And then the Vine Design Creativity to Go. This is going to be so great. And what I love about this class is really got a little bit, I mean, it's got a ton of sentiments in it. So you will have like every occasion covered, which is wonderful. So, okay, those are my 2 online classes. And then, of course, don't forget the Stampin' Game Night workshop is next Tuesday. It's always the second Tuesday of each month. So that is going to be oh so much fun. Obviously, I mean, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but we do have a good time. The virtual retreat is quickly selling out. I don't actually have very many packets left or boxes left. So you definitely are going to want to get in on that because it's going to be a lot of fun. I have so many cool stuff, so many cool things planned for this event. I'm really looking forward to it. And then, of course, starting tomorrow, March 2nd through the 7th, I will be hosting a celebration of customer appreciation. So if you spent at least $50 from me in my Stampin' Up! Online store, you will get an invitation. If you ordered from me like in the last day and a half of celebration, you might not have gotten the invitation yet. I'll make sure that you get added or an email. But make sure you join the Facebook group. It's going to be lots of fun. I sent an email out on Saturday if you qualify for this event, and there's going to be all kinds of fun things happening. So I can't wait for that. Yeah. So, okay. Lots of stuff going on. I think it's time to start stamping now. Okay. All right. So first and foremost, if you signed up for the retreat, do you get the celebration event? No, you have to have purchased. It's a special perk for people who shop through my online store. And so you had to have placed an order of $50 or more in my online store to be a part of that. Okay, so today we are going to have some fun projects shared. And so prepare yourselves. I'm taking another sip of my Diet Coke. Like it's a cleansing sip. Okay. So, my first project, this is kind of funny because last week when we really kind of lost all semblance of professionalism, I did actually have one more project to share with you. And this card is one that would work for basically any color combination, any DSP you wanted to use. But I told you guys about this a while ago. My aunt had asked me to make her some cards for for her dog. And so I made this really involved card. And then when I sat down to like actually make a bunch of them, she wanted 20. I decided that that was really stupid. So a couple weeks ago, my friend Jenna was here and she helped me make this card that I'm going to show you today. And it was really simple. Now I am using some of the DSP from Celebration. Like I said, this was one I was supposed to make last week and I forgot I had it ready to go. But we're going to make it this week. And I think it's just a really sweet card. And it's kind of a conglomeration of a couple different cards that I received when my sweet Sophie died. I had received a whole bunch of cards in the mail. And this was sort of a mixture of a couple of them. So I'm going to start out. I've got a Bermuda Bay card base. And I will show you the one I made for her in just a minute. But the one for her was with... I think smoky slate cardstock because she has a mini Italian greyhoundy type dog. I don't know dogs very well. Does that show? Probably. Anyway, so she had that, and so that's why I made it gray. But I was thinking maybe a slightly more neutral color would be for crumb cake. This might fit a few more dog shades, more like my dog in color. I don't know. So there we go. So here is my cute little dog punch. So I'm using the dog punch that's in our catalog. And what's also part of this punch is there's a heart. So I'm going to punch that from the color that lets us know God loves us, otherwise known as Coastal Cabana. So I'm just going to move this over here for a second. And I also die cut myself a heart from that Oso Ombre DSP. And, you know, you've got either side. Of course, we've got tons of DSPs that you could use for this. So really, this guy is the limit as far as which DSP. But I happen to have this one cut out because, like I said, I was supposed to make this card last week. So we're just going to go with it. Plus, I know what little hoarders y'all are, so I know you probably have some of this DSP because it went on back order at the very end of Celebration. So that makes me giggle just a little because it was popular. Okay, so I'm going to position that on here like so. And then I took the Pampered Pets bundle, and there's some different sentiments in here and whatnot. I thought this card, well, I did a thank you for my aunt. I thought this card would actually be pretty good as a sympathy card. So I was going to use the sentiment from here that says, always in your heart, sorry for your loss. And of course, that is a stamp that I don't have right next to me. So hold on a second. I think it fell in the back here. Or did it? This could be bad. Just saying. I had the stamp. I just couldn't keep the stamp. This is not good. Oh. Shoot. Okay, so I might not have the stamp. And the worst part is I was all organized and ready for this, which bums me out, but hold on. I know it's here. I have some faith that I could find it. Not a lot, but some. Okay, we might have to come back to the sentiment part, but that's okay. All right, then on, so like I said, I die cut the little paw prints. So we're going to put that on the inside of the card. And then we're going to pop the whole thing up. Not this part. Okay, this. This part we're going to pop up. Have you ever noticed that these are some dimensionals from Paper Pumpkins? They're a little thicker. Just a little bit thicker than regular ones. I don't know why that is. Okay, so I've got my little dog right there. So cute. And I saw some of you have been asking when I'm going to get my new puppy. I don't know. I think summer. That's the latest word we've heard is summer, which is like frustratingly non-specific. So hopefully soon. You all know I will be posting about 1 billion photos of this dog once we have it. So when it comes, you will know. Also, I think we kind of annoyed the lady last time. Ooh, this is punched funny. I probably should use the other side. I'm gonna have to punch another one of these. Because we were like, we kept asking if we could come visit, and I think she was like, really? One more time? But the dog was just so cute. I just wanted to hold her. Okay. So we've got our little heart that we're going to just tack on here like that. Our sentiment is going to go right here, and then here's our card. So that's super cute. I know we're going to find the sentiment before the end of this live. I feel it in my bones. It's going to go right here. Always in your heart. So sorry for your loss. Okay, so that's our first card. Almost awesome. What kind of dog is it? It's a golden retriever, which is what we had before. That's what Sophie was. So, despite her hair, we loved her very much. And, yeah, I that's the only dog I want. So, yeah. We've also been having quite a little discussion about names here. I personally want to name her Regina Phalange. Yeah, or if it's a boy, Ken Adams. And kudos to you if you understand that. But my kids want to name it Izzy. And I don't know. I kind of think Regina Phalange is way better.
Regina Phalange, do not eat that card. I know it. Regina. I'm gonna call it Regina.
Our other funny thing is, my son is taking French, and there's a line from Friends where Phoebe tries to teach Joey how to speak French, and he cannot do it. And so she'll say, "Je m'appelle Claude," which means my name is Claude, and he says, "Bleu du bleu bleu." So we always joke about that. And so she goes to his audition because he's trying to get an acting job. He goes to this audition, and he's like just talking nonsense, thinking it's French, or like acting as though he's in French. And so she talks to the director and she says, "Je m'appelle Regina Phalange." And so that could be the alternate name, is we could name her French Regina Phalange. Oh goodness, it's really just something die hard. Okay, y'all, with your Jamie references, no, I'm pretty sure that my husband would not be okay with that. He already comments on how I spend too much time watching Outlander as it is, so we probably can't do that. Do you hear her? She's in the background trying out these names. She goes, "Come here, Jamie."
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Jamie's a good boy.
Jamie's a good boy. I could say something, but I'm just not gonna. Okay. All right. Oh, someone said, "How about Sam?" Yeah, I think he could see right through that one. Okay, we're going to try now. We're going to try to make a card with the Hydrangea Haven bundle. I love this. This is one of the sets we're featuring in our retreat as well as in my game night. And it's going to be so much fun. I love this bundle. Everything about it is just beautiful. So we're going to take and make a card today with this. And this card comes to me. This was actually a card that one of my downline created for me while she was here. I needed it for a swap. And it's really, like I said, it's a great bundle. So I'm going to start by stamping this whole stamp in Mossy Meadow ink.
Ooh, I'm really...
Oh, yes, thank you. Somebody just said that. And yes, it does have a matching die cut. It actually has a few different die cut pieces that coordinate. So there's a piece that cuts this whole thing out. And then there's also this piece. So what I did was I took some of the DSP that coordinates with this and I die cut it with this piece. And what's really cool about this is it's kind of got like the individual flower petals on here. So I'm just kind of smooshing them. And, you know, that's my invented stamping terminology, smooshing, swooshing, whatever. So I'm going to just pop these up a little bit. And honestly, it's probably easier to do it with your thumbs. I had to laugh. I had to go this morning and get my nails done in an emergency-like fashion because I broke one real bad. Well, that's not true. I didn't break one real bad. I broke one this weekend, and then it just looked bad. Like it was my pointy finger and a chunk was missing, and that just looked bad. But then I also bit. When I get stressed, sometimes I bite on my fingers. You know, like I've never bitten off my fingernails. I just bite on them. I don't know how to explain this. It sounds probably weird. I'm not one of those people who like would bite their fingernails down to the nubs or anything. Anyway, so I had to go in and my regular girl wasn't done. And so I had a different guy, or she wasn't available. I got there 3 minutes after they opened, but she was already helping somebody else. Anyway, so the guy was like, so these nails are going to be on your live for the first time today? I said, yep. He was asking what I did. So I was explaining. And I had to laugh because he's like, oh, you only do a couple videos a week and then a live? Well, what else do you do? And I was like, oh. I work a lot. Okay. So anyway, you can see I just poofed those all out. And then this fits right over the top. Of course, it's designed to line up with the stamp itself. So what I'm going to do is just take, and maybe I'll put a couple dabs, you know, a little dab will do ya up here. I'm just going to put a couple dabs of glue on here to just sort of hold this in place on my card because I want those little center areas to be popped up. And then, like I said, this just kind of lines right up with everything. So that's pretty cool. And then there's still dimension. I love the dimension. It's so pretty. Okay. And then we have this other part of our stamp. Well, we can stamp this part down as well. It lines up fantastically. So I'm just going to pick that up with a block, and then I'm going to ink this up with some Pear Pizzazz ink. There we go. I was just turning my block till it lined, or till it fit, I guess, is more what I was trying to do. Okay, so I stamped the original in Mossy Meadow, and now I'm stamping the detail in Pear Pizzazz, and it's just so gorgeous. Oh, I love it. And there's kind of all kinds of details in these. It's sort of a watercolory background, so you can see there's all kinds of fun stuff in there. Okay, so that looks really good. Next up, let's kind of start putting our card together. I'm going to take and start with a Highland Heather card base. Just finding my bone folder here. And then I've cut a piece of our acetate. So there's acetate. This is designer acetate. And there's a little bit of a backing on here that I just want to scrape off with my tool. So I can just pull that off. And then it makes it much prettier once you pull that off. But I'm going to adhere this to my card right about here. And I'm going to cover some of this up. So I'll just put some adhesive. Oops, that's my wrong one. Here we go. I'll put some adhesive on the inside. So not the outside, just the inside. Okay. And I'm going to adhere this also to a layer. So somebody had asked about the dies. There's a whole bunch of dies that come in this set. So there's like a detail leaf, a solid hydrangea, the detail hydrangea that I just used and is on my table somewhere. Anyway, then there's also a little row of hydrangeas, so you can cut out these little individuals, and you can cut out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in one pass, which is pretty awesome. There's also a little tag that you can use on here. There's all kinds of fun stuff. So it's a really great deal. And there's a couple, or there's a label, all kinds of good stuff. And then the other thing I really like about this set is there's some fantastic sentiments. And these sentiments are really just kind of, I don't know, nice. I like them because they're a little different. So one of them says, to an incredible woman. Another one says, you are capable of many things, amazing things, pardon me. One of them says, I appreciate all the little things you do. Another says, you make me smile. So lots of really fun little sentiments. I'm going to take and pop this one up with some dimensionals. And then we're going to stamp a sentiment. Got a little scrap of cardstock for that. So I think I'm going to do the You Make Me Smile because that just is perfect for so many occasions. That little metallic on there is just so nice. And then we'll take and stamp this in some Gorgeous Grape. Now, last time I used my Gorgeous Grape, it was hardly any different from my Highland Heather. So that tells me it needs to be re-inked. So I want to show you how to do that if you've never re-inked an ink pad. Just getting my Gorgeous Grape ink refill. And that acetate has like two colors in it. There's a pinkier color and then the purple color. And the DSP is amazing. And I'm not sure if that pink is Flirty Flamingo or Rococo Rose. It probably could go either way, but it's just gorgeous. The DSP is truly gorgeous. So anyway, so I've got that in there. Now I'm going to spread the ink around. I use a spoon. You can get these for like $1 at Target or Walmart. And I'm going to spread the ink around on here. I mean, you could use your kitchen spoon, but I like having a dedicated one. Also, these are the spoons I'd like my son to use because I tell you, he takes a spoon, he takes it up to his bedroom where he's not allowed to have food, yet he always seems to have food, and then he loses the spoon. It makes me crazy. Can any of you relate to this with children who are teenagers and boys who eat a lot of food? Yeah. Okay, so that is my re-inking tutorial. You're welcome. And then I just have, oh, that's not actually what I wanted. I have a little scrap. Ooh, this will work. A little scrap of Whisper White cardstock, and I'm just going to stamp my sentiment right on here. Oh, that looks fantastic. And then I'll give that a quick little trim with my trimmer. Well, my favorite is when he says he doesn't have anything in his room. And then I go up there and I found like 6 glasses. Makes me crazy. Oh, and Debbie says it is Rococo Rose. Thank you. Yeah. I kind of feel like he's the reason we can't have nice things. Like, I know people say that. You don't really think it's true, but it's true. Also, I want to trim this a little smaller so we can see lots of our card. Okay. There we go. So cute. All right, I'll pop this up as well. Yeah, like you go to eat dinner and there are no dishes in the cupboard. Like, they're not in the sink. They're not in the dishwasher. Where are these dishes? These missing dishes. Okay, before I put this on though, I wanted to take and put a little ribbon on here. So I'm going to just string this across and then we're going to bow maker it.
Okay. Oh my gosh. So when we lived in our old house and Carl was much younger, my friend Kelly Macaulay was here, and I was looking for something, probably spoons. And I went into his room and I about lost it. He'll be mad if he knows I'm telling you guys this. He had so much wrappers, dishes, all the Tupperware containers. Oh my gosh, all of it was in his room. I'm telling you, all of it. I was so mad at him. I pulled his bed out. I put it like in the living room while I went and like searched for everything. Okay, so there we go. That looks super cute, right? But wait, there's more. So now let's take our jumbo bow maker, 4.5 inches in length. Oh my gosh, Kelly, you're on here. Yes. It was not pretty. Okay, so we're going to add a bow maker, or add a bow to this. Now, on the bow maker, you can make all kinds of fun things. And I'll hold tight because I have a way my team can earn it, and I'll post that on my team page. Okay. So anyway, on this bow maker, you can make bows based on the size of how far from the center. So like the first one is a pretty small bow, then a medium, a bigger bow, a really big bow, and then a huge bow. A huge bow. So I'm going to start with, I think, a medium. And basically you can put your ribbon across here. Then you're going to go around to the same number of tines. So I went 2 on here from the center. So I'm going to go through 2 on the other side. Okay. And then you can set it in here and then trim the end of your ribbon. Now to make the bow, what you're going to do is make sure it's crossed over, and it doesn't matter if you're a righty or lefty. You can do it from either side. Cross over and then go push this down through the bottom, then bring it up in the middle, and then you'll just tie a knot. So most people can tie a knot, right? And by a knot, I literally mean boom, that's it. Okay, then you flip it over and pull it off. So cute and perfect. Like, look at that. It's perfect. So I'm just going to add that little bow right here. Now, here's the thing. If you want your bows to do stuff, you can convince them with the aid of glue dots. Glue dots will make your bows be convinced of just about anything. So I'm going to attach this with a glue dot, and I kind of want it to kind of tip down a little bit. So there we go. Now, what you're going to do is trim those ends, because the ends are always a little longer than you need them to be. That just makes the process of making the bow a little easier. But then you trim the ends and you have a gorgeous card. And also I need another dimensional under here because it's stuck to the ribbon and it's not holding it in place, but we can fix that. Stampin' Up! Offers a variety of adhesives to make your cards do your bidding, which makes me very happy. Oh, isn't this just gorgeous? Okay, now we're not done yet. There's still more to come. So I love this, and I just feel like this hydrangea is saying, please embellish me, Dina. Like, what are you waiting for? So I'm going to grab some pearls. I feel like this is a pearl kind of situation. And we're going to add some pearls to this. So I'll just take my take your pick tool. I always like to squeeze out a little and then loosen it so that it doesn't go blah. Okay. And that was an official sound and term. Now I'm not going to put a pearl in every single one of these, though I certainly could. But I'm going to put one in maybe 5 or 6 of them. So there's 4, 5, and maybe one more to kind of even things out. 6. So that looks pretty good. We've got a bunch of pearls on there. Oh, so beautiful. Now, the other thing I really feel like this is just screaming for is a little clear Winka Stella. You know, that makes everything better. So for that, I just need to take my clear Winka Stella and spritz it. By the way, when I got that mascara all over me when I was telling you about it, I told Whitney I spritzed myself with mascara, although that's not the kind of spritzing you really want. Okay, so I'm just going to smack this against here. And then I've got a little bit of shimmer all over. I don't know if you can see that, but it's so pretty. Oh, gorgeous. Now, who would not want to get this card, right? It's so pretty. So a really simple card, but really quite beautiful. I don't know what I did with my other card. Got to keep these together. Okay, now, because that's the one I need to find my sentiment for. My next card is one that was a guest request, and I have a bunch of tips for this next one. So strap in, because this is going to be a good one. This one is going to feature the, I think it's Sand and Sea, right? And don't let me forget, I have stamps to give away. I actually have 2 sets to give away today. So let's see. Friends are like seashells. Sorry, that's what it's called. Okay. Can demonstrators order the bow maker? You absolutely can. Anybody can get the jumbo bow maker. All you have to do is place a $100 order through my online store. So, yep, absolutely. All right, so friends are like seashells. This is a fantastic stamp set. Again, I love this one because there's really wonderful sentiments that come with it. There are also some other things that come with it that are kind of fun. One is the embossing folder, which, what did I do with it? Oh, here it is. This embossing folder. And this is created to work with the stamp sets that are, or the stamps in the stamp set, sorry. And so what I want to do is explain to you how this works. It also coordinates with the die that is part of this, okay? So let me show you. Okay, so first and foremost, what I want to do is take and use my Stamparatus to help line everything up. So let me grab that. Okay. So first off, I've got this die, right? And I'm going to cut this, or it's going to get cut out. I also have the embossing folder. And the embossing folder coordinates with the die. But there is definitely an order to which all of these things probably should happen in order for them to work the best. Okay, so I've embossed this just to show you, but you definitely want to cut first. But before that, you need to stamp. So here's how that is going to work. So first of all, now unlike the die cut and the embossing folder, the stamps are not individual, or they're not separate or one big piece. Oh my gosh, words are really hard today. So what I want to do is cut them in, or I need to stamp them individually and line them up. So in order to do that, first of all, I need to find the pieces. So I'm going to cut these 3 stamps, okay, and line them up with this die cut. Okay, so I'm going to set this in here like this. And basically I want to position my stamp into the die. I'm kind of just sticking it, I'm sticking it in there. Sounds so bad, but it's so right. Okay, so here are my stamps, and they're really close. Like, they're not 100%, but they're real close. This one is not quite fitting in there, but that's okay. The stamp is just a little bigger, which is actually kind of almost perfect. Okay, so now I've got them lined up with the die. Okay, we're gonna pick these stamps up. They're stuck to my plate. That's all that we need at this point. I'm going to get rid of that for just a moment. Ooh, ow, that really pinched my finger. Okay. Then what I want to do is put a scrap in here. Okay. So I'm going to put, this is my scrap of cardstock. Oh, and actually I meant to grab one more thing. This is the pad because I am using a, oh, and you know what? I might need to line these up again. I am using a photopolymer stamp, so I need the pad. Okay, so let's try this one more time, really quick. Oh, now this is all wrong. How did I have this in here? Oh, like that. So I'm just making sure these are lined up. And then this, what this does is when I go to die cut it, I can die cut it all at once. Now here's why this is a little bit off. And the reason is because I put this plate or this pad in here, which I need. And let's just maybe use a little better use of our cardstock. So I'm just kind of making sure my stamp is in here correctly. Same with this one, same with this one. This one's just a little bigger. Okay. Perfect. All right. So now I've got everything lined up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp my leaves, my shells. Okay, and we're going to use Sahara Sand ink on our Sahara Sand cardstock. So a nice neutral look. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp this down, and you can see the stamping is a little goofy, and I say that just because it looks like it's in a weird spot, but it's lined up so that it will cut out correctly with the die. Okay, so there are my stamped images. Now, when I take my die cut, I can lay this right on top and voila, perfection. I could do my other one as well, so that's kind of helpful. Okay, so let me get rid of this for right now. Now I want to die cut this with my Big Boss machine. So I'm just going to get everything lined up just right. Put a little Post-it note over the top so that this will run through. Let me cut this and I'll be right back. Well, of course, all the pieces just moved on me in my Big Shot. Okay. So here we go. Now, this is the big die cut, right? And all the little pieces are out. But we've got the embossing folder. So let's take and add that to this. So I'm going to open this up, place this inside here, and you can see it lines up and everything just kind of fits right in here. So if it doesn't look like it's perfectly lined up right now, that's okay, because when you run it through the embossing folder, it's going to kind of bring it all into focus, so to speak. Okay, so I'm going to run this through and I'll be right back. So it's like a two-step process. Okay, then what you've got is this whole thing That's now got some texture to it. Okay, so I'm going to snip away these pieces right here, which is pretty easy to do because you just kind of snip them out of the folder. But I'm going to leave a little bit in here, and I'll show you what I mean by that. First of all, I'm going to leave the seaweed that's kind of on here. We'll leave that attached to this. Then, and if we need to kind of clean up any of these edges, we can. Ooh. I'm not doing the best job of cutting this out. Okay. I will tell you that this does line up a little better when you're not on camera. Just saying. And you could even adhere this to your folder with a Post-it too. I did not do that, but you certainly could do that. Okay, now I still have these other pieces left over. I'm going to save these, okay? And if you've never seen what I do with them, I'm going to get rid of that piece because it's kind of obnoxious. If you've never seen that, I keep some of our clear envelopes. These are found in our catalog. And I put them in here, and then I'm just going to stick this inside my stamp case so that when I come to this, again, those pieces are in here. I can use them another time. Okay, so let's get back to our card. So I've got my 3 pieces here. Let's just get any more of the little rough edges cut off of here so it looks nice. This one I didn't line up quite as well as I was hoping for, but it's not half bad considering I'm live. You got to put that conversion in there, you know. Actually, it was really funny. We were sitting at dinner the other night, and I said something out loud, and my kids could, or I said something while I had taken a bite of my food, and so I said, you know, and my kids are like, what? And my husband knew exactly what I said. It was really funny. He gets me. What can I say? All right. So we are going to take and put this together. Now, the other thing that I love about this is it really goes nicely with some things I already have. So we had, when the annual catalog came out, we had this beautiful embossing folder called Seabed, and it's so gorgeous. It actually goes like this. Very pretty, but I want it for this side. So I embossed that on 2 pieces. I've got it on a piece of white and a piece of, or another piece of white, I should say. And then my card base is going to be a Sahara Sand card base. Okay, so I'll just give that a good crease. And then I'm going to fold back this edge on my card to create just, a little bit of a fun fold, nothing major. And then I'm going to adhere this on the inside, and this is about halfway. Okay. Now I have the debossed side up on purpose, and that was so that things are pointed in the right direction. You know, we always want things pointed in the right direction, right? Okay. So there we go. Next, I have cut some of the gorgeous designer series paper that goes with this suite. This is my favorite pattern. And I'm just going to adhere this. What I love about this DSP is that it coordinates with seashells and knot. There's a lot of really pretty watercolory patterns in this particular package of DSP, which is pretty fun. And this will fit right on there like so. Oh, so pretty. I really was convinced back in my earlier days that I was going to be a marine biologist. Now, coming from Minnesota, that was really not very, how do we say, how do I say that is unlikely for a landlocked country girl to be able to become a marine biologist, but yet I wanted to. So anyway, I think it's time to open my new can. Okay. But I did live in California for 4 years while my husband was in grad school. And one of my favorite things to do was go to the coast and tide pool. So I really love this. Anyway, let's see. Now you can, let's see, I gotta check my space. I don't quite have enough room for that. So I think I'm going to go with a happy birthday. That will fit up here just fine. So you've got this gorgeous embossing that I think is just so pretty and adds a lot to this card. Get the right size block to make this all happen. And if somebody could tell me where my dog sentiment is, ugh, that would be great. I know I will find it right after I'm done with my live because that's just how things tend to work. Okay, so I'm going to ink this up and stamp it down right there, like so. Again, with the Sahara Sand ink. Oh, so gorgeous. Okay. Then, okay, I'm going to take just a little bit of this white ribbon just to kind of cover up that border because it's not very clean and pretty the way I would love for it to be. So we'll just trim a little bit of this off. Now this card has got plenty going on, so I'm not going to tie a bow on this one. I'm just going to do a simple knot. The other thing is I could put some linen thread on here. That would also look nice. But I love this crinkled seam binding ribbon because it's real dainty and it adds a nice touch without it being overbearing, you know. Okay. Next up, I'm going to adhere this. Oh, Ella's back and she has a whole set of clothes on. That's nice.
Hey now. Not nice.
Okay. All right. There we go. So pretty. So my favorite place to tide pool in California was Monterey Bay. And the Monterey Bay Aquarium, if you've never been, I highly recommend it. It was like my favorite thing to do when we lived there. Oh, so worth the drive and the traffic. All right, so now I've got this on here. And by the way, this card is a card I received in a swap, actually from a UK demonstrator. I think she's from the UK. Oh, where did her card go? So it's really pretty. That's one of my favorite things about being a demonstrator is swapping. Oh, so gorgeous. Okay, so now this is pretty all out on its own, right? But we're going to kick it up and add some of these gorgeous shells to this. Okay, so I'm just going to take and tack down a couple of these. And what I love is this kind of adds a little extra to our card. I'm going to put this one down and then I'm going to do this one. So I love this. Now this is a fussy card. It's definitely takes a few extra steps, but it's just so gorgeous. Okay, and then we'll add this right here. Now, obviously, the place I would like to go tide pooling would be like Australia. I think that's the perfect place to go tide pooling. I have not yet had that opportunity yet, but I'm hoping someday. So I know some Australians where I'm pretty sure I could visit them and we could enjoy the ocean together. I mean, the Great Barrier Reef sounds pretty cool, right? I've been thinking that since I was a little kid. All right, so I've got some of these opal rounds. This is just a partial package, but I thought I would embellish this card with a couple of these. So we'll put one right there. Woo. They come in a couple sizes in a package, or there are a couple sizes in each package. Put one there and maybe one right up here. And isn't that just a gorgeous card? Oh, so beautiful. What?
Hi.
Hi. What? What are you guys doing?
Being annoying.
Well, done. Come here and I'll slap you. I got my hands. slap. Isn't this a pretty card? I love it. I know. That's weird. They both came in here at once. I don't like it. I'm a little surprised my son isn't in here going, what's for dinner?
Son's not home, and that's why your other two
Oh.
came.
Where is he?
Track practice?
Still? 6 o'clock.
I never came home before 6 during track season. You always go late during track season.
So cute. Okay, so this embossing folder is called Seabed. It's in the annual catalog, and then all of the rest of the stuff is from the mini catalog. So yeah, there we go. Oh, isn't that just so pretty? So this was a really gorgeous swap card I received, and oh my gosh, I had the. I would love to give you the name. I'll post it in the comments of my video once I find it. Her business card is no longer. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Nettie's Stampin' Loft in East Riding, Yorkshire. That sounds very Nettie Turner. That sounds very British, doesn't it? Yorkshire. I love that. All right, so that was that card. Next up, we're going to use that butterfly bundle. This makes me happy. Okay, I got to clean up my mess here for just a second. Hey, Whitney, come here, please. Out in the hall, under is the butterfly. There's a butterfly bundle under one of the shelvy things, you know?
Yep.
And the far one. Could you bring, I just need the DSP. Sorry. I meant to grab that before I went live. Okay, so we're going to use the butterfly. Actually, bring me the stamp set too. Just bring me everything.
That's
Okay.
right.
Yep, thank you.
Oops, sorry.
Perfect.
Got it.
Got it. We're good. Okay. So this is a new bundle that starts tomorrow. Very excited. As previously mentioned, I have an online class for this coming. And what I did as demonstrators, we could pre-order this, and we could pre-order the bundle or the pieces individually. So I got the individual parts. And what I want to do with this little number, and I'm going to actually do this with the with another set too. I just haven't actually done it yet, and somebody reminded me of this in the request for today, so I thought I'd talk about it today. Oh, never mind. I was about to ask. Oh, she's gone. Never mind. I'm just alone in here. So what I wanted to do is, first of all, kind of like the last set we used, there is a die that cuts out this individual stamp. Okay, so you can see, you can stamp this once and die cut all the flowers at once. But I want to be able to use the butterflies individually as well. So the stamp is $17, and since I can justify just about any purchase, I'm going to take and cut this baby apart. Look at that. So, a couple of tips for this. Now, you don't want to just be cutting this willy-nilly, even though it might look like I'm doing that right now. I'm actually being pretty careful, but I know what I'm doing. So we're going to do a little stamp surgery. I probably haven't done this in a while, but one of my favorite things to do. Oh my gosh, I'm just cutting it apart. Is anybody at home gasping? Literally. Can you believe this? Okay, so the most important thing to do, especially when you get into some of these detailed areas, is to cut very carefully. You do not want to undercut your foam. You can see it pretty much goes straight down. So you do not want to cut it like this. You want to cut it so that there's a wider base of foam. Okay, so you can see I'm cutting so that it will be, I'm cutting more the rubber than the foam. You don't want to undercut the foam is what I'm really getting at. So see how the foam is wider at the base than the rubber. That might not quite be visible yet, but we're getting there. So I'm going to trim this. Back in the olden days, do you guys remember this? If you've been around Stampin' Up! For a while, we used to have to trim out our stamps before they came die cut like this. So I have these scissors. They're just a short blade scissor that allows you to kind of really get all up in the stamp set. You can use a pair of snips. That will work just fine. I would recommend dedicating a pair to this because you do get the adhesive on the blades. They'll clean off, but you know, it's kind of a pain. So I'm cutting at an angle, and here you can see a little better, so that the foam is wider than the rubber. Do you see that? Foam is wider down there than the rubber is at top. So yeah. So I really like this. And likewise, I want to do this with the Many Messages stamp set. I love the idea that you can stamp once, cut once. And of course, the Stamparatus makes this stamp set so easy to use like that. But I also really want to be able to use the pieces individually. So I recommend having this stamp set twice, believe it or not. Okay, so you can see I'm just taking my time, cutting up all my I almost said strawberries, cutting up all my butterflies. I have strawberries on the brain because I just had my strawberry class go out. Which, by the way, I have leftovers of, so if anybody would like the strawberry class, I highly recommend it. The cards are super cute. Okay, so that's what you're going to do for all these different butterflies, is just trim at an angle for all of this. I would totally mess up your beautiful stamp. Oh, you know what? It's okay. Now, I will say that this is where my, oh, are you looking? Yeah, that's what you want is in that box.
That's what I found.
What you really, really want. It's all in there. She's got it. Sorry, that was Whitney. I was going to say, I used to be a high school biology teacher before this, and my many days of dissecting all sorts of things come in handy when it comes to cutting up these stamps. I'm not going to lie. But I love that I can use them both ways. So that's kind of nice. I do appreciate this. I think if you were to cut this up and try and put them back together and use them again as one, it would be a little tricky. You probably could if you really were careful, but I'm not being that careful, and I want these to stamp well, so I want to get rid of all this excess rubber. Now, you don't have to cut all this apart, but this is what's going to prevent you from catching those edges. So, yeah. Okay, so there we go. Now you've got all these little pieces of rubber. Back when we used to have to cut out our stamps were kind of like dimensional backings. You'd find them stuck to all sorts of things, you know, like your kids, your husband, your dog, your couch, whatnot, in your bra, wherever. Hi.
Home.
Welcome home.
Spending 10 hours at school isn't fun.
It was a lot. Well, okay.
I did 4.5 at 7:20 pace.
Wow.
Yeah.
Impressive.
I had to run up a hill I didn't want to run.
You had to run up a hill?
No, but it was like the big hill.
The big hill?
All right, I'm gonna go pee.
Okay.
Hi, Facebook.
Carl has shared a lot of information just now with us. He's gone already, though. Now, what I love about this is the DSP is cut by this one glorious stamp. I just love it. Okay. All right. Now, I'm not actually going to use this right now, but we are going to use this DSP. So I love the DSP pack. And by the way, the DSP is while supplies last, so I highly recommend getting some. But there's all kinds of beautiful patterns. We've got this pretty little, I don't know, design, whatever that is. So pretty. Love it. Oh, cute butterflies on the other side. We've got this watercolory design. We've got this speckly design. We've got another watercolor design. So pretty. We've got a butterfly design and watercolory on the back. It's kind of like watercolor on one side, butterflies on the other, and then another watercolor design. Okay, and then on the opposing side, of course, we've got these butterflies. This one is just like turned wrong. These butterflies. Rainbow butterflies. What could be better than rainbow butterflies? Butterflies with clouds. I mean, how cool is that? Little butterflies, kind of like the big butterflies. And then butterflies with a pretty background. Okay, such gorgeous paper. Oh my gosh, I just love this. Okay, anywho, so now I've got 3 pieces here, and I want to cut this down to make a beautiful card for you all. And so what I'm going to do is take and cut these into 1 by, sorry, I had to quick measure, 1 by 3 inch strips. Okay, so I've got my trimmer.
Let's cut these babies up.
Okay, so I'm going to put this on here. Did I say 3? Because was it 4? I don't know. It's this long. My thumb is holding it 4. Okay. 1 by 4. All right. Oh my gosh, my TV just turned on. I think that's not good. It wasn't even on Outlander. I mean, come on. If it's going to mysteriously turn on, it should at least be on Outlander, right? I'm kidding, sort of. Okay, so I've got my 3 pieces here. And I've got these gorgeous designs. Aren't they just so pretty? Oh, love them. All right, now what I want to do is take and add this to a 3.5 by 4.25 inch piece, which I thought I had cut, but I do not, of cardstock. 3.5 by 4.25. Ooh, I did have it partially cut, just not to the right length. That's the problem. Okay. Now, I'm going to attach these with a little seal. Oh dear, did I lose a piece? No worries, it's right here. Whew. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to flip these over. And you could do this with many of the patterns in this paper. But I'm going to put my butterflies, well, on here in one side. And the 2 patterns in the middle. Now I put the 2 patterns on either end, and then I can kind of center my butterflies in the middle so this all lines up really nice. Okay, so cute. All right, next, what I want to do is take and add a little ribbon to this. And for that, I'm going to grab my... This is my metallic Blushing Bride ribbon. So pretty. And I'm just going to put a little across here. This isn't expressly part of this. It doesn't necessarily coordinate or anything, but I really like the look of it. And I'm just, sorry, I had to grab my scissors. My snips. Okay, and I'm just going to position this across here with a glue dot. Here we go. I'm just going to say that my workspace is not tidy, which is why I can't find my dog stamp sentiment. But like I said, once I'm done talking to you guys tonight, I'm sure I'll find it. Because that's just how it goes, you know. Okay, ooh, got that on there a little tight. Okay, boom, like that. All right, next, I want to attach this to a white card base. And then we're going to embellish. Oh, sorry, I couldn't reach my white card base. And I know there's a bone folder on here someplace, but I've really kind of made a mess. So, as I usually do, I'll just grab another one. Okay, so I'm going to pop this layer right up onto my card base. Gosh, that looks bigger than 5.5 inches. Nope, it's 5.5. Okay, I'm going to pop this up with some dimensionals. And if in case you're counting, I've got to be on about my 5th sheet of dimensionals. I don't know why I can't keep them together. Goodness. Like so. Oops, that's upside down. I want it like this. Oh, so pretty. Okay, so there we go. That looks gorgeous. And then what I wanted to do is take from my dies, take and die cut a couple of these butterflies. Now you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 butterflies that are detailed. Do you like that? Detailed. And then there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 butterflies that are solid. Okay, so I can take and die cut whatever color I want. So I'm going to take, you know what, I'm going to do Bermuda. And I'm just going to die cut this whole piece in Bermuda, like so. And then I'm going to die cut the other one, or I'm going to die cut a coordinating one in white. It probably would have been good for me to do this ahead of time, but it's okay. That's where we're at. Okay, so now, just like before, I'm going to take all these glorious butterflies, put them in a clear envelope, and keep them with my stamp set. Okay. All right. Now, sorry. I'm not sure. I've got a stitched shape. I think this is too much. And I want to add one of my butterflies to this. And so I think I'm going to do this one like so. And then I'm going to pull, first of all, we're going to do this. What I want to do is pull the coordinating detail butterfly, which is this one right here. Okay. And then I'm going to run this through some white cardstock. So hold on one moment while I do that. Great for using up your scraps that you might have laying around. And one more tip, and by the way, I did not do anything. This came off the die cut machine like this, but I ran it through this way, not this way, and that spreads the pressure out, it concentrates the pressure, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So, loving that. Okay, so we're going to add that right there. Vellum would be really pretty with this too, by the way. Okay, now I'm going to take and just tack this down to this. And I just love that it's a little bigger, so it kind of shows out the edge of the detail. Now I could also stamp this, so cute. I could stamp this and that would work really nice too with my die cut, stamp and die cut out the design. But I'm just keeping it solid here. And then last but not least, I want to add a sentiment to this. So I had pulled out, and don't let me forget, we're going to give away stamps. I've got 2 stamp sets to give away. I've pulled this set out. I don't know if this will fit or not, but my thank you, ooh, that's going to be too big. Ooh, I know what I wanted. Ha. Kidding, changing my mind. I mentioned the many messages, right? So remember a couple weeks ago, I die cut a whole bunch of these. So just wanted to say, be strong, be brave. You've got this. Oh my gosh, I love that. Oh, I love that very much. Okay, so here we are. And, ooh, we're going to change things up a little bit. Let's see if I have a smaller one. I do. Oh, makes me happy. There we go. So, okay. I just wanted to say, I'm going to put it down here, but oh, I like this a lot. All right, I'm going to pop this one up. I need like sheet number 7 of dimensionals. Seriously. Here we go. Okay, we'll adhere that. Make it right up here. And then we're going to adhere this right down here. Like that. So cute. And then on the inside, okay, we're going to stamp this big guy because we can. We cut him up. We're going to use him. Okay. I'm just going to stamp him in some Pool Party ink. Cindy said her jaw still dropped from cutting the stamp. It's okay. It's going to be good. Don't worry. It all is going to work out. Okay. Oh, on the inside. And then we're going to add this right over the top. Oh. Okay. There we go. Oh my gosh. I just love this. Okay. I feel like something weird is happening in these comments. Sorry, I'm jiggling this because I'm scrolling through. I was just wondering. Okay. I don't think anything's going on. So, all right. So there we go. Now, wait for it. Are you emotionally prepared for what I'm about to do? You might not be. I'm giving you fair warning. I just thought I'd take out my butterfly gems and embellish a little. What? Okay. So we've got these butterfly gems, right? And just as soon as I can find my take your pick tool in this disaster I like to call my desk, I'm going to put a butterfly gem on here. Oh, gosh. It's literally gone. I've really made quite a mess. I don't know where I could have put it. And the funny thing is I have like 2 or 3 take your pick tools. Can I find any of this when I need it? No. I know you guys are probably thinking I'm really unorganized, but I actually am shockingly organized. Okay. Just because I've like lost 3 things today, not the least of which is all my dimensionals. Does anybody know where I did it? Where I put it? Are you guys not keeping track of my supplies for me? So my process when I can't find something is to start picking up my desk, and then I usually can find it. But I really don't see it anywhere. Okay, well, the next best thing is going to be to take my snips. And I'm just going to add a couple of these on here on my card. Okay. And I know what you're going to say. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, so cute. Okay. Like that. And maybe one more down here. Like this. Okay, so now I've got the butterflies, the butterflies, the butterflies. Oh, so gorgeous. Seriously. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this has been kind of amazing. So let me show you my cards. Now, don't forget, you can get in on some awesome action with me this month. Oh, and I just found my Take Your Pick tool. Figures. It was under something. Shocker. What is really exciting is I've got a class featuring this gorgeous bundle where it's also going to be featured in my game night. So I'll be talking about it a lot in the coming months. Now, this is actually a preview of something coming up in our upcoming annual catalog. That's going to come out in May, which is earlier than normal. So this Butterfly Brilliance is like a sneak peek this month. But definitely get in on the class because, oh my gosh, you guys, seriously, the cards are just so happy. Oh, I love them. Okay, so there we go. Let me show you the other cards I made today. We've got the incomplete card. Oh, this was actually the card I made for my aunt. Sorry, I don't even know what happened to the one. So she wanted thank you cards. I meant to show you this earlier. She wanted thank you cards, and so I did miles apart, but still in my heart because she moved away from where she's normally from. So all of her friends have been sending her these treats for her new dog, and so she asked me for thank you cards. So that's what that's all about. And now I can't even find the card that I made. It's because I needed the sentiment that goes with the dog set, which, oh my gosh, I don't even know what I did with it. So, okay. But I know as soon as I'm done with my live, I'll be able to find it. I'll take pictures and share with you. We also made this gorgeous hydrangea card. Oh, so beautiful. There's spritzing, there's stamping, there's die cutting, there's bow making. Oh, stunning. Then we made this gorgeous seashell card. Oh, sorry, couldn't help it. So beautiful. And we talked about how to line this up with the embossing, the die cutting, and the stamping, and the order in which to do all of that. And this one is featuring 2 embossing folders, the one for the shells and then the background. The background one is in the annual catalog, and then the rest of it is in the mini catalog. And then finally, this little card that included both the stamps and the dies from the new Butterfly Brilliance. And this one, combined with the many messages, is going to be just a beauty. Someone asked where these butterfly gems are. They're found in the annual catalog. So a little bit of mix tonight. So we've got a little bit of everything, but hopefully all fun, happy cards. I hope you loved the projects today. If you could give me a thumbs up, that would rock my world. That really helps with the people at YouTube. They like it when people like your cards or your videos. Also, you can click right here to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my awesome videos each week. I am looking forward to stamping with you again next week. Of course, if you would like to join us for game night, or any of the other events I have going on, including my retreat, please drop me an email or make sure you're signed up for my mailing list. There is a link to that in the description of this video. And I can't wait to see you next week. Guys, thank you so much for stamping with me.